Good morning, everyone. Welcome. If you're coming onto Facebook, we are live. I am Ms. Meika, the Thought Healer. If you have any questions, we have our admin, Katya, on Facebook. You can ask questions so your questions can get into the live space. Welcome and good morning.
Meika, I love your title. Why we weaponize our thoughts and how to heal them. It just impacted me. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to hear this session.
Oh, it's so juicy. Because when you spot it, it's like you finally got it. It's like when you spot why you do it, it's like you finally got it. And so that's what Wake Up is all about. It's just about waking us up and bringing awareness to all aspects of our lives. That's what I love about Wake Up, from health to wellness, to mind, to body, to meditation, just bringing awareness and a new commitment to our lives. So welcome, everyone. You're joining Facebook. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am ready to rock and roll. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, everyone.
Peace and blessing, Meika.
Good morning. Is that Sister Teresa?
Yes, it is, baby girl. How you doing?
I am good. Good morning.
Good morning, sister. Morning,
welcome,
everyone.
welcome, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, Meika. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm awesome. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Meika.
Good what was that? Okay, good morning. We got tunes this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Kaisha. How is Mama? Good morning.
She's great. She goes home today.
Wow. Good morning. We welcome her back to New York City. Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Who else is in the building? Let's see. I see Jacqueline is in the building. Good morning. Welcome, 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 everyone. We're about to get started in 1 second. I am super excited to talk about these weapons of thoughts, these weapons of mass destruction, and how we can heal them. Yes, let's go.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning, we're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
China. Okay, good morning. There we go. I'm unmuted. Good morning. So today we are going to discuss our thoughts and how we weaponize our thoughts. And, you know, let me just start off by introducing myself, right? My name is Miss Meika Joseph, and who I am and what I do is I'm a thought healer, right? I heal thoughts. And that's the topic of what we're talking about today is our thoughts. And some people might be saying to yourself, like, what is a thought healer? Every human being has thoughts, right? Every human being has thoughts that either promote their life or thoughts that keep them arrested and have them be stuck in life, right? And so we look at the thoughts that, both thoughts, the thoughts that have you excel and the thoughts that keep you confined. And today we're going to discuss how we weaponize certain thoughts, right? And they become our bullies, just those thoughts, the thoughts that we have in our head, right? And I thought about this for myself. It was really interesting. When I was younger, I had on, y'all remember Lee's? Remember Lee's with the all the different colors, right? The different Lee colors, and we used to do the permanent crease in them, right? So I remember I had on these red Lee's, and I had Lee jeans, and I had on a pink top. And I remember my best friend, her cousins, who were very fashionistas at the time, right? Yes, those burgundy Lees, right? They were huge fashionistas, these girls. And they had said, what are you doing wearing pink and red? You look ridiculous, right? And I was so proud of my red Lees. I had just got them in this cute little pink top I had on. And I was, oh my goodness. From that moment, I had a thought like, I have to prove myself around how I look, right? I have to prove myself around how I dress. And that became like a theme. And right, yeah, like I remember that rule, no pink and red, right? That was like a thing, and that became like a theme. And then not only that, I never combined those colors again until I started seeing in fashion and in home design, pink and red. Like, who made up the new rule, right? And that's to show you how it's all made up in the first place. But that thought that I couldn't dress or I wasn't a fashionista like they were, because they were older than me as well, right? They were in high school. I think I was in middle school. And because they were older, I felt like they had this hierarchy, and I should listen to them, right? And I should follow them. And you see that they had a thought called, those two colors don't go together. So here I am forming my life around a thought that they had. Doesn't mean that it was true, because somebody else said in fashion, pink and red, pink and orange, red and orange, all these colors matter, and we can blend them and we can have fun. Somebody else changed the rules. So you can see that it's made up. And that was one of the things that I saw for myself, that, wait a minute, why am I not combining pink and red? Something as simple of a thought like that how it dominated and controlled my life, right? And how I dress and what mattered to me. And so I became somebody who was trying to prove something just from one thought. That thought bullied me in what I purchased. So this is what I mean by the theme of today's session about how we weaponize thoughts. And then those thoughts become our own internal bullies, right? We don't even need a bully. Those thoughts are repetitive, like a tape, and they continue to bully us because we continue to allow it. So, you know, I love working with the people. I love working with everybody out there in the community so we can have this whole conversation live. And I want someone to come online and give me a thought that they have had that from childhood that still is around today. Good morning, Jacqueline. And if we don't see any hands up, John is my executive producer today, and he is going to pick someone. John, no hands?
No, no one jumping up yet, Meika.
All right, so just roll the dice and pick one of these lovely souls.
So let's see who we are feeling right now. And Adam, let's hear from you, Adam. Adam, what thoughts do you have in this morning you'd like to share with us?
So the question, Adam, if you could come online. Hey, Adam, I see you're driving.
Oh, hey, Meika.
So what is a thought that you've had that's been around for quite some time? Like a negative thought that you've had that you feel like you just cannot get rid of?
The one thought that I could never get rid of is that I'm not enough.
Okay, you're not enough, right?
Right.
And so, and I know, Adam, you've been in one of my sessions where we discussed, right, around being enough. Now, the thing about, and thank you, Adam, for bringing this I'm not enough conversation, because by raising hands, you can see people who are online, how many people deal with, and in the chat room, how many people deal with the thought of I'm not enough, right? And so it's really not so much that you're not enough, because that's not even factual, right? We have two eyes, we have one heart, we have two hands. Do we need two more eyes to see? Do we need two more hands to create? Do we need another heart to pump blood? We don't. We actually in reality have enough. We have everything that we need. Absolutely everything that we need, right? Where that conversation comes in of I'm not good enough, where that comes from is a conversation is I'm not good enough. It's not I'm not enough. You hear the difference? There's a difference in I'm not enough and I'm not good enough. Those are two different thoughts. And we collapse them thinking that they're the same. Because you are enough. You don't need, you don't need anything else. Right? Adam?
Right.
Right? You don't need anything else. You don't need another heart, do you? Right. So what we are talking about is I'm not good enough at math. I'm not good enough in my appearance. I'm not good enough with my health habits. That's the stuff, that's the conversations that we're talking about. That's what you're really talking about, not I'm not good enough. So that conversation of I'm not good enough, that is a lie. I mean, that conversation, I'm not enough, is a lie. I'm not good enough is really the thought that most people are dealing with. And if you look at something that, look, I'm not good enough at swimming. But the truth is that I could take swimming classes, I can practice, and I can learn how to swim. So you have weaponized, I'm not enough, which keeps everybody who has that thought trapped in this space of not moving forward, right? Because it's like, what does it matter? I'm not enough anyway. And that's a lie. Anything that you're not good at, and what happens with adults is that if we're not good at it, you know, most adults are not interested in throwing their hat over the fence and trying, right? Because we are not interested in failing. That's really the thought. That thought of not being interested in failing. And so thank you, Adam, for bringing that up. I'm going to move right along. John, if you can call on someone else.
Yes. And in the chat here, let's see. We have Jacqueline is screaming yes, you know, to one of your responses. And Jackie, it'd be great if you can come on video, on camera and off mute with us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Vacation.
This vacation with the ramifications. Oh man,
Good morning.
how you doing? I was listening to Adam, and that thought about I'm not enough always comes up. But when you said I'm not good enough, I started thinking about what are all the things that I believed as I was, growing up, and probably still have some belief in that made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I know a lot of it had to do with body image.
Mm-hmm.
And it had to do with what was said to me when I was a child. So, I'm always feeling like, and it was crazy, like I was fat and
Mm-hmm.
not attractive. And then, there was a concern in my family because they have these classism and colorism issues that I'm not educated enough. I don't have enough money to participate in my family's activities, which just equated to I don't belong.
I don't belong. That is a haunting thought, right?
Yep.
I don't belong. And can you see how it has been a weapon against your life?
Oh yeah, I see it manifest in my career. I saw it manifest in my career. I saw it manifest with friends. I'm close personal friends in my love relationships. All of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I get that feeling of not being connected.
Right, right. And so the cost of our thoughts, because our thoughts influence our emotions, right? So just having the thought, I don't belong, what's the emotion that comes with the thought? I don't belong is the thought. What is the emotion?
Sadness, sometimes anger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sadness. I can't think of another word for sadness to describe the feeling.
Right. Got it. I get it. Right. And so, and it's also feeling alienated.
Definitely.
Right. Because when you don't belong, you don't feel like you're part of the collective. And that's part of our human psyche is to, it takes something to remove yourself from the herd. Right. We kind of want to be a part of the herd. However, right, it takes something to actually go, like my share about the colors, right? That was actually a rule, right? I don't know who made that rule up, that pink and red don't go, but everybody, the herd followed that rule, right? And then somebody in design said, bump the rule, right? I'm going to put pink and red and orange and turquoise together, right?
Yeah.
And somebody went and stepped away from the herd, right? Which takes a lot of courage because most people they want to avoid alienation.
Right.
Right? Of not, that feeling of not belonging.
Yeah.
Right?
thought that quite a bit, and it's like that no white after Labor Day thing too. I rejected that a long time ago, and certain things I rejected as I was coming up because I didn't want to be alienated.
Right.
My family's trips to Martha's Vineyard and Sag Harbor and stuff like that. You know, my mother also had that defense mechanism, like, oh, we don't want to go there anyway.
Right.
You know, so now
Right.
that I'm older and I've gotten the opportunity to do things that I rejected when I was younger, I I just don't see, why that was put into me. I don't know why my mother believed that. I don't know why it was passed down to us.
It's not, can you see how even trying to even understand, like, you get the only why that we need to be interested in, right, is why am I not letting that go?
Exactly. Okay.
That's the only why we really need to be interested in, until awareness gives us the understanding of it in its time and in its process, right? Because there are things that take time for me to process, right? It doesn't come in my timing all the time. It comes in the timing of whenever I'm supposed to understand it,
Okay.
right? And so my thing is that I know that that thought, right, is not working for me. And it's bullying me into certain actions, live physical actions, right, that I'm taking from a thought that is not mine, right? And we want to interrupt the thoughts that continue to bully and terrorize us. But you got to see that that thought of I don't belong is a weapon.
Got it.
It is not my friend. It does not support me. It bullies me. Right? So I want you to say out loud, I don't belong doesn't belong in me.
The thought I don't belong doesn't belong in me.
It's a weapon.
Got it.
How does that feel?
Much better.
It does, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you.
So, there's a saying that there's never traffic in your own lane,
Got it.
right? There's no traffic in your own lane. So get in your own lane. It might have been you having this thought might have been your lesson to, like you said, go to Martha's Vineyard, take your own leadership, go down your own paths.
Yes.
It might have been veer off from the herd.
Yeah, my question is with that, why does it always feel like such a struggle?
I mean, the struggle is because the struggle is only here, right? Because we have neural pathways that have us in habitual behavior, right? So when we change our way of thinking and we change our behaviors, like it's not you, it's your neural pathway that is so used to the habit of doing things and thinking things a certain way. So it's like you're going in another direction. It's just like with my dishwashing liquid is here on the right side and I go to somebody's house and their dishwashing liquid is on the left, my hand will go to the right.
Right. Habit.
Right? Even though I see the dishwashing liquid is on the left, my hand will, that's my neural pathway. It will still go to the right and then I'll go to the left, right? So just be light with yourself. Like, oh, this is just my neural pathway. Don't bully yourself. Oh, this is me and I'm terrible and it's a struggle. And it's you become your own bully. You weaponize the thoughts and then you bully yourself into diminishing yourself.
Got it. Got it.
Awesome. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. So who else is on the line?
I saw a comment that got my attention. And that comment came from Kaisha. Kaisha said, can we also talk about imposter syndrome? So
that's a
Kaisha,
thought.
it is a thought. Kaisha, Could you join us, please?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, beauty.
Okay, let's get into it.
Yes. So what is the imposter syndrome you're dealing with? Because imposter syndrome is a big deal, especially in corporate America.
It is, and that's why I brought it up, because on Monday I had a doctor's appointment and we were talking about anxiety, and I got teary-eyed because I've shared in a group before my anxiety with my job. And I explained to her many years ago, I coming out the military, my first job was at a retail, like at a gas station, and I wanted to do my best. And they hired me. I applied just to be an associate, but they hired me to be the manager. So me doing my best, being my best, disciplined, I'm there, and then I think I might have been too much or whatever. But eventually, I ended up getting demoted. The manager explained it was for my own good. It's for me to get acclimated. She thinks she gave me too much pressure. But she demoted me, and that crushed me. This is my first civilian job, and I felt like I got my rank taken away. That was troubling. So at that time, I spoke to another doctor about it, and she gave me anxiety medicine to uplift me. And it did, like mood. It was a mood changer, and it did. However, ever since, and that, gosh, that was like 2010, 2011. However, fast forward, I'm in a new position, and I get, for the government, to move up, you could change agencies. So I change an agency, I get congratulated. I have my bachelor's degree. And I tell a former coworker, I said, what if they expect so much from me? I can't remember what I learned in school. I'm in the supply chain industry. I can't remember what I learned in school. What if they expect so much from me? So again, that was 3 years ago. Now I'm talking to a new doctor about my anxiety about that. And she explained imposter syndrome. She says a lot of women deal with that. And like you said, in the workplace, thinking that we're going to be found out.
Right.
We don't even know. We don't even know what we're going to be found out about. But we
Right. And so I think imposter syndrome comes from an innate need to be somebody when you are divine, right? It's like this need for this validation to be somebody. And it's, if you say I'm somebody, then I'm somebody. Right? If you say that Meika Joseph is somebody, then that for me, I'm somebody. But I'm somebody without your permission, because I'm divine, right? And so what happens is that when we are in the efforts to prove that we're somebody, right? We're always scared that we're going to be found out that we're nobody. So we're always trying to run from being nobody to be somebody when you are everything.
Yeah.
You are already everything. Yeah. Everything is about, okay, if I don't know something, why are we so scared, right, to be caught around not knowing something? Do you know how much I don't know? Like, I don't know it. You know how many words I can't pronounce at 47 years old? Right? But I'm supposed to, because I'm 47. And if I sound like I can say this word, right, I'm important.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, the chatter, well, the statement, and I'm going to use this tone. You don't know that?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Right? I get to stand in, I don't. Your judgment of me is not my business. My judgment of me is my business. Because my judgment of me is what has my life be stuck or has my life be expanded? And we put so much weight on the judgment, opinions of others. So we are all trying to be somebody. You ever been at a cocktail party and all people are talking about to each other is how I'm somebody. Hi, I'm somebody. Well, who are you? Are you somebody? Oh,
What do you
are you? What do you do? Oh, that means you're somebody. Oh, because everybody's
Yes.
trying to avoid being nobody.
You know,
But I
I'm glad
actually
you brought that up.
enjoy being no thing, not nothing, no thing. Because in the space of being no thing, I'm everything. Like if I am just my personality, right? Then when I'm depressed, then I'm nothing because my whole life is built on my personality, right? So it gives me the space for me to be, if I'm not in a good mood, I'm not in a good mood. If I'm in a good mood, I'm in a good mood, right? Some people have a difficult time with me personally and me having emotions because they have it that, Meika, you're a coach, you're somebody. How can you be down or upset? You better believe I get upset. And you better believe sometimes Tamika, LaShawn Joseph comes out, right? I move in different spaces because I'm a human being different as a human throughout my years, throughout my days, throughout my life, and I give myself the space. But when you are trying to prove that you're somebody, then you gotta fear being nobody. That's where the imposter syndrome comes in, right? You don't have to impose I'm somebody on anybody. So what do you hear? What are you getting for yourself in that?
No, like you said about not, so that goes to the part, not believing that you are somebody. So you're going to believe that you're nobody, wanting to prove to everyone that you know what you're talking about, that you belong in the room. You know, that question, my example is about the cocktail party, the what do you do question. And I was in a cocktail party with a room full of other professions. I went to Ben Crump came to town. I went to a reception that he was there. And of course, because he's a lawyer, the room was filled with lawyers and paralegals and judges. So my friend and I, she's a physical therapist and I'm a supply chain manager. And she said, when we was eating our hors d'oeuvres, she was like, I don't feel like I belong. I don't feel adequate. And it's funny how I could speak to someone, like you said, you're a coach, so you could speak life into someone, but can I speak it to myself? I explained to her, I was like, you have a profession that everybody needs. Like they break their ankle. These judges break, sprain wrists and they have to go to a physical therapist. That's what you're here for. And I was like, and your husband's a doctor. He's a general physician. You guys live near the country, but I realized no matter how much money you have, no matter what profession, you're still in a room full of people.
You're still in a room full of people who have what? Survival mechanisms, have fears, have thoughts of inferiority. You are still in a room of people with human beings.
Yes. Thank you.
And so when you give up trying to be somebody, you give up your imposter syndrome. I am divine.
You just opened that up to remind us these people have feelings. They bleed like we bleed.
Absolutely.
They have emotions and they're probably doing the same thing we're doing. Imposter,
Exactly. Because that's the whole thing. It's like, you step in the room and you're like, oh, well, I'm a millionaire. And then you feel inferior to the billionaire. And then the billionaire feels inferior to the sultan. And then it goes on,
Yeah.
It just continues, right? And so we're all trying to impose upon others that we're somebody. So thank you.
Thank you.
Taisha, what a great, great, great conversation, imposter syndrome. That is a thought. And can you see how that thought, being an imposter and trying to be somebody, how it bullies you and how you act?
Yes, I can see that.
Right.
Yes.
And so you have to call the weapon out. Like you have to, trying to be somebody is a weapon, Taisha. You got to say it out loud. Me trying to be somebody is a weapon.
I was going to ask you, how do you get rid of that? What should you
So
tell
you're going to
yourself?
say it out loud. Me trying to be somebody is a weapon. Say it out loud.
Me trying to be somebody is a weapon.
Say it again.
Me trying to be somebody is a weapon.
I am
brilliant. I'm smart. I'm divine. I'm intelligent. I'm everything. Yeah.
That's how you do it. But you got to call out the weapon. Like if you saw somebody coming to attack you with a knife, you would see, oh, they have a knife, right? If you saw somebody coming at you with a gun, you would distinguish, oh, there's a gun. You would see the weapon, right?
Yeah.
So you're that's what we're doing today, is distinguishing the weapon of thought. It's a weapon. And saying that thought, you got to say that thought is a weapon. So your brain picks up that thought is dangerous to me.
Yes. Trying to be somebody I'm not is a weapon. Mm-hmm. Trying to be somebody I'm not is a weapon.
Right. It bullies me.
It bullies me. Trying to be somebody I'm not bullies me. Okay.
All right. Write it down. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, John, I see some hands up.
Yes, and I'll call on Teresa. Teresa posted a thought in the chat, and it said, she said here, when will I stop being sick? Teresa, you ready to come off mute with us?
Yes, thank you, Meika, for that word, that I am divine. That just hit me really, 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 really. It hit my chest really hard.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe it?
Yes. It answered so many questions for me, because I focus on my so much on my body image and where I'm at in life, and not looking at the divine of me. And that just really hit me today.
You are.
I am divine.
And it's also, you wanna start to see, Teresa, how your life in this moment, to the next moment, to the next moment, to the next moment, is divinity. You breathing, you are here on purpose until you're not. And then even when you're not, what do you believe about that? You think, do you believe that's the end?
No.
Right. So if you don't believe that that's the end, and you believe that you are divine, right? Then you want to start taking on practices that is consistent with the divine versus believing your weapon.
Yes.
Because you have a weapon of thought that you have weaponized against your being, against your body.
Yes, I have.
Right. And so there's a responsibility that comes with, I weaponize that thought. Somebody can call me, anything, but I get to weaponize it.
That's right.
Right? They can say whatever they want to say about me. However, I get to say, I'm going to take that, bring that to my heart and let it wound me. I'm going to let what somebody else says, whether I'm fat, I'm this, I'm that, right? I'm going to take what somebody says, take the weapon out of their hand, Bring it to me into
Mm.
my own heart.
That's right.
That's what we do. We
That's
were
so
not
true.
meant for that.
So true. I'll share.
But we don't want to be responsible. We do not want to be responsible for the fact that they said what they said, but now we took the weapon out of their hand.
Yes.
We don't want to be responsible for that. We're now taking it on and taking it on and taking it on and taking it on. They're no longer even in those girls who said whatever they said about I couldn't dress, and I don't remember seeing them again until I was probably like 20 years old.
Mm.
Right?
Yes.
And so that thought that they had, I'm the one who took it on.
Mm. Yes.
Versus being a leader in my own life. Now, I'm not beating myself about that. That's just my lessons. But versus being the leader, whereas somebody said, I'm going to be a leader in fashion and I'm going to put all those colors together and I don't care.
Yes.
So you want to start to look at your divinity and look for yourself, like what practices can I now do consistent with who I am as divine? What practices can I take on that I physically can take on, mentally can take on? So, Teresa, what is the thought that you have weaponized?
Just being sick and not, being good
I'm
enough.
sick.
Yeah, I'm sick.
I'm sick. That's the thought that you have weaponized and is showing up in your body.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so can you see how I'm sick is a weapon and how you have weaponized it?
Yes, I have.
Right? And so that weapon blocks all possibility for health.
It does.
And you gotta be courageous enough to see what you're actually doing that's promoting that weapon.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? And be responsible for this is what I'm doing, and then this is what I'm not doing.
That's true.
And once you could start practicing courage each and every day for your life, you will start to see your life transform. But it takes practice. It doesn't happen like it takes practice. That's what we're talking about when we say that we're not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
We're just saying that we don't have the practice. The practice isn't there.
Yes.
But we don't say the practice isn't there. We say, we internalize it and make it about us.
Yes.
I'm not good enough at math. Well, practice.
That's right.
I'm not good enough at swimming. Practice. I'm not good enough at walking in heels. Girl, if you don't start cleaning that house on Saturday in heels and practice in them heels, right? Practice.
Yes.
When you practice, you become masterful.
That's true.
So if you practice health, if you practice your thought patterns, right? You become a master of your own thoughts versus being dominated by them.
That's true.
You get that?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this work.
You're welcome.
Love you, dear.
You're welcome. John, I see there's a hand up.
Yes, we have Catherine Sweetness, who have raised her hands. Catherine, would you like to?
Hi, Catherine.
Grand Rising, peace and blessings.
Grand Rising.
So, so good to see your face again. Thank you so much for all you do. So, when you were talking to the young lady who used to be in the military, and she was sharing about being in a room with other people who have professions and how someone thought they needed a profession to fit in. So, my life has been such that I didn't always have employment. And so it didn't define me, and I was kind of okay with it. A lot of other people were not. And so when I go into spaces, and I usually surround myself with professional people. Most of my associates and mentors are professional people. You know, they're pastors and deans of seminaries and to such. And I don't feel any less than when I go into a room. I've learned to, you know, when people ask you, so what is it that you do? I say, I spread joy, you know, and I'm good with that. I'm good with saying that. I found myself becoming very comfortable with saying that. And I identify a lot with Teresa as well. So I have mantras all around the apartment that I have to feed myself with, like the bread that I like that puts extra pounds on me. That's how I have to do with my mantras, because, you know, because of life and how other people come and make deposits in your mind that's their opinion of you.
So,
And you kind of,
Catherine, what thought do you actually have that you weaponized?
oh, it's probably several. To put my finger on one, I shared, I don't know whether it was in this space or another space. I was in another space and they were asking, you know, about something like that. And I think it was my grandmother used to say things to me that I didn't take as bad things, because I knew she loved me. And so she said one thing. She said, you're like a cow who gives a full bucket of milk, but then kicks it over before it can be used. And so, right?
And what is the thought that comes from that for you? Because today today we're really talking about every human being, and I have talked to countless human beings, right? From here, who they think they are, to here, to who they think they are, right? And every human being wants something. So let me ask you, what do you want that you do not have? What do you desire? Tangible, that you do not have.
So this is gonna be like a session. I don't.
Just one thing. One thing. I desire this and I don't have it.
I can't say.
You have no desires?
I do have desires.
So what is one that you
okay,
don't have?
Okay. A husband. I don't have a husband.
You don't have a husband, you desire a husband.
I do.
Okay, great. So what is the thought that you think is in the way between you and your husband? You and your Mr. Juicy.
Oh, that I don't need another husband.
That's a weapon in itself. I want a husband. I want to be married. She's married now, but yet I don't need another one of those. You see the inconsistency and the contradiction?
No. I'm widow right now.
I got that.
Okay.
But you just said, listen to
the contradiction of saying I desire one but don't think I need one. Right. I do see it. I'm thinking it's part of the transition of me believing that I'm supposed to be a wife, because that is my belief, that I'm a wife. That's who I am. You know, some people are not, and some people are, I'm a wife, and that's what I believe. So my husband passed away, and I desire another husband. And then I had to take a pause and say, and then okay, well maybe a husband is not what you need.
Right. So that contradicts what you desire.
Okay.
You're saying I'm a wife, right? I'm a wife. Yes. That's who I am. I'm a wife. I desire another husband, but yet I don't need one.
So maybe I'm not a wife anymore.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know that. What I'm saying to you is to look at how we weaponize our thoughts against what we truly desire. People want peace of mind, but yet they worry.
Gotcha.
Right? You can't desire peace of mind and then be dominated and tortured by worry.
Gotcha.
Right? And so we weaponize the thoughts in our mind, and they become literal weapons against our progress. They become literal weapons in our body, our health, right? Our mind, all of that is connected. Our mind and our bodies is all connected. So when you weaponize a thought, that thought doesn't give you power. You have to ask yourself, everybody on this chat right now, all your negative thinking, ask yourself, does this thought give me an ounce of power? Does this thought make me feel in my heart good? It doesn't.
Right.
It does. You can feel it. Your cells they wake up. You can feel it. So when we do the love exercise and we go and we say what we love for 1 minute, your cells, your whole body wakes up.
Yeah. I remember
your whole body wakes up. So what do you think if you are in the energy of love, right? And your body wakes up, what do you think your body does when you're in the negative?
The opposite.
It does the opposite.
Right.
So if you're constantly weaponizing, worry is a big weapon against your mind, against your creativity, against your imagination. Right. It's very hard to be inventive and creative when you're in the energy of worry.
Right. I agree.
Right. So if you desire a husband, stay in the energy of I desire a husband. Stay in the energy of I'm a wife. My girlfriend sent me a meme the other day, and it said, stop putting God in a box.
Right.
Stop putting God in a box, and stop putting God in a box of timing. Like, who's to say that it doesn't turn around in a month?
Right.
In God's timing. And when I say God, there are people here with multiple faiths. You know, whatever you believe, that energy above yourself or beyond yourself, I said. Right?
Yes.
Don't put that energy in a box. Don't put that timing in a box.
Or that energy within yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine.
No, thank you.
I hear that. Everybody want a husband. Who want a husband? Who else want a husband? Teresa want a husband. Catherine want a husband. Everybody want a husband. Awesome. So we are going to move along, and I want everybody, because there are thoughts that block us from love. There are thoughts, Z said, not me. I saw that, Z. There are thoughts that block us from love. There are thoughts that block our money. There are thoughts that block our health, wellness, and our fitness. And so you want to start writing those thoughts out. So it doesn't want you to notice it. It does not want you to bring awareness to the thought. It wants to hide within you so that you don't see it. Because if you spot it, you could do something about it. If you spot it, you could do something about it. And so Facebook land, if you have any questions, if something's starting to come up, any juice, I don't know, John, you see anything happening on Facebook?
No, I haven't seen anything yet. We have to check in with our admin Ketsia, who is
check in with Ketsia, what's going on. And Chantel.
Yes.
Now I saw you write something in the chat. I glanced it, but I can't let it. I don't know what it said, but it felt important.
Okay, I've heard a few things, whether it's for me or for Catherine.
For you.
About my love language.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Okay. Yeah, so let me come on camera. So I'm realizing in this conversation that I take pride in, like, my love language is words of affirmation, but it really sounds like right now that it's words of validation. So when people are saying, oh, you're great at this and you're beautiful and you're smart and all these things, they are affirmations, but I love them so much because I feel validated from someone else's voice. When I say those things to myself, it's not as, it doesn't hit me as hard. I don't feel it as much as someone else saying it. So now I'm realizing that that's what that really is, at least for me, in that love language.
Right. And so what is the thought that has you need to be validated?
I just don't believe in my own voice.
If you don't believe in your own voice, then it's still, you're not believing in yourself.
Yeah, I'm not believing in my own voice and the things that I'm saying to myself. When someone can see it from another view, from the outside looking in, it lets me know that what I was saying is correct. But before that, I didn't think it was.
So you see, like, the words of affirmation, right, coming from an outside source. Just imagine somebody is just dousing all this yummy, Chantel, you are the best, you're the greatest, you're this, blah, blah, blah. And then when they say, you're not.
Right.
Because if it hits you that hard, right, when they're giving you the love,
too much
how
power.
hard does it hit you when they're not?
It hits me hard and I give it too much power. And then I believe that too. I believe the positive and the negative. Right. And I don't believe the positive that I'm trying to replace it with in my own head either.
Right. And so for yourself, what tends to happen is there's an emptiness, because now it's like a drug. It's like a hit. It's like, I need another hit of I'm good enough. Right. Or I'm this and I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Right. And so that's a vicious hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Right. Of words of affirmation. And so my love language is acts of service. Right. And so what I started to see for myself is that when I'm not getting the acts of service, I'm like, I can't depend on anybody. You see the thought?
Yes.
Right. And I got to do it all myself.
Right.
Now, what is if we say thoughts influence emotions, what would the emotion be when somebody has to always do it themselves?
Draining. No one cares. No, there's no help. No one.
Lonely.
Yeah, lonely.
Lonely by themselves. I got to do it myself, and you feel lonely.
Or it could be the opposite. Like, I'm so independent until you're not, or then you drain yourself that way. Like, I could do it without anyone, but you really can't.
Right. That's strong. Right. That I'm alone and strong. Right. Right. And so you could, yes, and that is trauma responses, Kaisha. And so you can start to see that the love languages is really the language, the thing that you want or you desire from somebody else, or you think you need from somebody else, is really that inner child and inner teenager that needs that. Right. And so when you raise the bar and you bring in emotional maturity around that, right, then you start to say, okay, what is it that I truly, me as the adult woman that I am, truly need? And mostly you need it for yourself, not because you manifest who you are.
Absolutely.
Not what you want. You manifest who you are. If you are joy, love, divine, you are health, you are fitness, like Stacey McLean, she is yoga, right? She is joy, right? She manifests that around her.
It's like your brand. Like your brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You are your own brand. You're right. And so for yourself, if you're dependent on somebody to see it, you can see that is that inner child, that inner, I was in a 17-year relationship, right? And so my brain patterns have gotten used to being with that person, right? And we had the opportunity to, be together at a function. And my brain patterns went to, did you eat? Are you okay? Blah, 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 because I'm used to that. Right. But the next day I was concerned, like, why was I concerned whether that person ate? You know, what was that? And my girlfriend was like, oh, well, Meika, it's what you always say, muscle memory.
Right.
Right? This is your muscle memory. And I could have went with that. I could have sat back and say, yes, that was 17 years of muscle memory. But I know me, right? And this is what I mean about calling yourself out, calling the weapons out. I said, it was muscle memory and I miss him. The second I told the truth about that, it left. It left. Poof, it was gone. It was like
saying it out loud.
Right. So, you know, I had to see, thank you, John. I had to see and tell the truth about me missing him, right? And that I missed him. And once I told the truth about it, that it was like, I didn't have to terrorize myself for missing him. The next day, when I woke up in the morning, I said to my teenager, I get why you miss him. You see the difference between it's my teenager and myself. This adult woman, right, who I am today versus the inner teenager, right, who misses him and misses that relationship. And I acknowledged her instead of bullying her and beating her up, my teenager, for missing him. I got her saying, I get why you miss him. However, this is where we are right now.
And showing yourself grace, showing her grace.
Showing her grace so that the weapon of mass destruction and feeling like I'm missing something and I should be doing something in that lane, right? Versus the lane that the new lane that I created, right? And that's how we go back towards the past, because we resist it versus acknowledging what it is.
I've never thought about talking to the little girl or the teenager and showing her grace. Like you said, you go back and fight it or beat yourself up about it. And you have to acknowledge, you know, maybe that's why you are feeling these ways. She's coming out like, I know I do miss him. And you're like, get back. And just, you know, she is who made you who you are. It's not the end all be all though. Like, yes, that's who I was. And I'm like you said, making my own lane into someone else.
Thank you, Chantal.
Thank you, Meika.
So it is 8:01. And for those who have to leave at 8 o'clock, I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. We love you. And we are here tomorrow. Come back tomorrow for those who's coming on tomorrow. It's going to be Amari. For those who have to leave at 8, I believe everything will be in Facebook. Check that to see who's on for tomorrow.
It's gonna be Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Yes. I'm in Wednesday. Sorry. So Sunday he'll be here. So for those who have to go, thank you for your time. Thank you for your listening. And we're going to continue on. Awesome. John, where are we?
We're doing pretty good. There was a comment shared in the chat earlier that seemed to be resonating. A few people had support with that comment. And that comment came from Cherie. And it started out with saying, I feel alienated. And Cherie, could you come and expand on your comment, your topic, your thought?
Cherie, where are you?
Yes, I'm right
all
here.
That energy.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning. I'm good.
I missed you all. It's been a little, nuts around here, but we hanging in there.
I hear you. It's life.
Yes, it is.
So what was the thought?
It is, and deliciously so. Well, the thought is I'm being alienated for choosing my power.
Okay.
I'm being alienated for my choices that suit my life,
Okay.
that suit my spirit, that suit my soul. And that's where I am. And in processing this, I have decided to be brave and to be courageous, because that's the only two weapons I have against the thoughts of alienation. That's
So
right.
how does it feel to be alienated?
It feels, how does it feel? It feels, I feel angry. I feel like I'm not allowed, like I'm not enough. I feel good inside, but I feel the perception is I am not enough.
Well, we went through the I'm not
Because
enough.
I have chosen.
That's not the truth, right?
Right.
So I'm not
Right. It's
enough
not.
is
It's
not
not.
the
Of course, it's
truth.
not.
It's I'm not good enough
Right.
is the thought. Right? We got to be very specific about that. I'm not enough versus I'm not good enough.
It's in the space of what's happening with me being alienated from. It is that I am not enough. It's
I'm
this
not
whole, it's
good
the whole
enough.
mandate thing. It's the whole mandate thing.
The whole mandate?
Yes, it's rearing its head where I teach senior wellness and meditation to a senior center. And because of the mandate, and they're leaning into the mandate to say that if we are not vaccinated, then we have to have weekly COVID tests. And I'm like, that makes no sense. I teach remotely. I'm resisting. You're not sticking up something up my nose every week for me to, you're going to put me in a position to expose myself going into these centers to prove to you that I don't have something and I'm teaching remotely. It's not making sense. And so I'm choosing myself. I'm choosing what feels good to me. I'm choosing what is right. You know?
So, all right. So I get the gist of the world of it, right?
Yes.
So the anger, you feel anger that they are having.
I feel anger at people just going along to get along and just passing things along without making sense.
Hold on. Let's just go with anger.
I'm angry.
I'm angry.
I'm angry.
How much power does that give you?
None. None.
Right.
None.
Right. So you know how you have the new Teslas, right?
Uh-huh.
Imagine you plugging your Tesla into a outlet and it just has no juice. It's not giving you nothing.
Absolutely.
But you're standing there for however long. You're standing there for an hour and you're still expecting it to give you juice. You're not going to another outlet that's going to give you power. You're just standing there at this outlet that is not working.
Yeah.
Because this thing called anger does not give me juice. But I'm going to stand at this outlet.
It makes no sense.
I'm going to still wait here because it might. Makes no sense, right?
Absolutely not.
Right. It's not paying you nothing. It's not making you richer.
No.
It's not making you healthier. But yet we go to it because it's drama. It's drama.
Yeah. I really don't even want it. It doesn't feel good.
Right.
I
but
don't like
even if it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Right? Like when
coming up.
When you have a movie, have a movie that you have to play, there's always the villain, there's always the good guy. Even in cartoons, there's a villain and there's a good guy. Our circumstances become the villain. So that we can play out these emotions.
Okay.
Right? All right. I played out anger. How long am I going to stand next to the outlet? I played it out already. how long do you need? Do you need 10 minutes at the outlet? That gives no power?
Yeah, I don't need 10 seconds is good. Because
Right.
I gotta let myself feel it. 10 seconds. A good 10 seconds.
Right. Because that's part of the movie. You got to play the drama out.
Yeah.
Even in the cartoon. Even in the cartoon. You had Mufasa and you had Scar. And the Lion King. Right? So
indeed.
So that's fine. You played the emotion out. But how long are you going to stand next to the outlet? You're going to stand there for 10 minutes. You're going to stand there for 20 minutes. You're standing there plugged into something that's giving you no power.
Okay.
And what does that do? That takes away all the time that you could be taking your Tesla to another outlet that's going to juice your Tesla up so you can move.
So I can move. Love you, Meika. Girl. Took that mallet and whacked that mole. Go ahead.
You know, so yeah, so it's
Love
really
it.
about, listen, that you gotta physically, for you to get it, everybody, this is not just for Cherie, this is for everybody. You gotta physically see yourself standing at an outlet.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, is this giving me, is this juicing me up?
Yeah.
No. So if you are distracted if you are distracted standing there, you're not creating the next thing. You're in
To
the
remedy.
drama. You're in the drama.
Right. It's
of the movie.
It's not remedying. Yeah, it's not remedying what I need, which is, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I'm not going to tie the universe's hands and say where my sources are coming from. And I think by me being angry, it's like, well, source, it's supposed to come from here, you know?
Sometimes I don't even know. That's what I mean by being no thing. When you could allow yourself to be no thing, everything you can be everything. But it's like, oh no, I'm somebody. I'm an interior designer. If I stood in, I'm an interior designer, I wouldn't be on Wake Up. Because I would be the interior designer. I'm somebody, right? That's a gift.
Yeah.
I have that gift. And so you get to, yes. And you get to plug in many different outlets, different sources. That's giving you power. You got to stop plugging your sources into outlets that ain't giving you no power. Boom. And those thoughts that you are weaponizing in your mind, they are the outlets that give you no juice. So there is a thought called guilt. Guilt for having X, guilt for having Y, guilt for having a husband, guilt for having more money, guilt for purchasing something, right? You ever purchase something or ate something and you feel guilty? Guilt is a #1 blocker of manifestation. Guilt is a huge weapon, just like worry is a huge weapon. Guilt for leaving somebody. Guilt for leaving somebody. Guilt for leaving the job. Guilt for, you get it? It blocks creativity and imagination. Everything on this planet comes from some sort of imagination. Somebody said, I'm going to take lined paper, regular lined paper, and make it into short paper called index cards. That's imagination. Who came up with that? Who came up with that? Somebody. Imagination, right? Everything from the locks in your hair to the Post-it. Somebody said, I'm gonna put this light glue on this thing, on this blank piece of paper, right? And it's gonna be called a Post-it. Imagination. And we use everything, your pen, the color of your pen, it's all imagination. Somebody said that this pillow, I'm gonna put fur and it's gonna be hot and people are gonna love it. Right? We can't tap into our imagination and worry. We can't tap into our imagination, our creativity and anger, right? It's the wrong outlet. It's the wrong outlet. There's nothing electric in there. Thank you, Cherie. What you get? What you get?
I absolutely realized, okay, you know what? I don't even have to, it's not fruitful. And I need to be fruitful. It makes me happy to be fruitful. And I can't be used for the reason that I was given life if I'm not fruitful, if I'm plugged into the wrong outlet. Right. I got it. Love you, Meika. I love you, Meika.
Love you too, girl. Love you too. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I think we have time for one more person. John, where are we?
Yes, Meika, we do have time. And there are no hands shown or anything at the moment. There's
anybody want to work with me? You can raise your hand and John's gonna call.
I want to say,
I see Sister. Where is she? Where is Sister?
I is here.
Here we go. So, what was that you wrote? I saw you write something. It came across the bottom of the screen. And I was like, oh wait, I got to get it.
Well, I'm listening to you today, and this is for me today what I definitely needed to hear, because I'm definitely having a breakthrough, a real serious breakthrough. There was a lot of blocks, especially yesterday. I was so stricken by fear and judgment of myself, and I don't know what happened. It was like I had an up part where I was thinking really good, like I can do this, I can do that, and then all of a sudden, yesterday I became stiff, and all of the positive thoughts that I was having about a project that I'm working on just became like, what did I do? Why did I start this? I can't, I can't do this. I'm not qualified to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. And then I was seeing the proof that I didn't know what I was doing. And I was feeling like a failure, like I shouldn't even try. And I reached out to an outlet, give thanks. I love that metaphor. That is everything right now. That's everything right now. I reached out to my sisters at, Be the Tree, my clan, and I'm telling you, just from plugging into that outlet, it just gave me the strength to get out of the stiffness, because I only had enough movement in me to make a text. That was it. I couldn't get up. I don't know what took my body over, but it was really strong. All I could do was make a text, and I was charged up from the outlet just by a few responses from my sisters, and then this on top of it. I feel really, really great right now.
Awesome. And so one of the things a practice that you got to do, or not gotta, but you can do, is you got to personify fear.
Yes.
Like it's a thing. Like talking to fear as though, like, I just want you to really look at, that's why I said to Cherie, like, when has fear ever juiced you up and gave you an idea?
I can't recall.
Right. When has fear like really had your back?
I can't recall ever.
It
always made me retreat and do exactly what happened. Like, just shut me down, stop me from moving.
Right. So it's like, but you have to, just the same way that you would like somebody, like a friend who has always like tried to tear you down, it's the same way, like, no, like I can't allow you in my life. You have to talk to fear as though it is like, no, the only enemy you have is fear.
Okay.
You don't have enemies. You don't have enemies. Like, oh, Shaniqua and all of that is that they're not your enemies. Fear is the only enemy that we all have. And so you got to talk to fear, like, fear, you're a lie.
Yes.
You always been lying to me. Yes. You see, when it's outside of yourself, right? Then you're bringing it into the universe. I want you to look at your fears and think about the ocean. Which one is bigger? Your fears or the ocean?
The ocean.
Absolutely. Think about the sky. What's bigger?
The sky is bigger, it's limitless.
It's limitless. So when you throw fear to the sky, think about you saying what you fear to the sky. The balance of the sky versus your fears.
Yes. This comedian said it's like giving a whale to a, what do you call it? A tic-tac to a whale.
Exactly. That's so good. That's so good. Exactly. It's like throwing a tic-tac in the ocean or throwing a tic-tac up to the sky, right? That's how small fear gets to be. But when it lives inside of your head, it's expansive. It's like as big as the sky. But when you bring it out into reality, this is reality, what you can see, touch, feel, taste, smell, right?
Yes.
When you can see the sky and you throw your fear out to the sky, out loud, outside of yourself, you'll see how small it is.
I felt that when you stated that, like saying it out loud, when you just shared the story about you had to really look at it and say, okay, why am I still interested in this person? Or, oh, I miss them. You know, that made a lot of sense to me too. So I will also be implementing that tool as well. If I'm not, you know, scanning my body, and if I'm not feeling good, really like asking myself what it's all about, and saying it out loud.
Yes.
And taking away the power from it. I love it. And I need that for today. I'm having a mother-daughter event today. And so I'm going to be using all these tools today for myself so I can get through the day.
So you can be in your creation. So you could be creation. You have an event that you created. So you could be creation, you know? And that's the whole point. When the sky, it's like once you give it to the sky, you give fear to the sky. It's like, all right, it's gone. I'm giving it away. I can't sit in me. Fear, you can't sit in me. I'm sorry. We are not friends, and not today.
Not today.
Not today. Okay. You can't sit in me. You can't have me. And you give it over to the universe. That's why I keep telling y'all that existence loves you. We minimize love to like, oh, this person loves me. My children loves me. Stacy loves me. That person loves me. You know, like we minimize it, like the sky loves me. Those birds outside my window love me and I love them. Existence loves me, so I use existence. I'm one with existence. When I see a flower, I look at that flower, I'm like, girl, you over there sitting pretty. I see you because I love her and she loves me. And you don't know how much juice you can pull, how much juice of love you can pull from existence. Okay. Instead of just depending on, right, the existence of love from another, which is great as well. But when you give fear to existence, it snatches it right up because it's a little tic-tac to the sky, like you said.
It's so much lie wrapped up in the fear that when you look at it, or when I look at it and I see and I'm like, wait a minute, how am I having this thought? Like you said, something I don't remember exactly what you said, but you mentioned something about you doing something and then you feel alone. I don't remember everything about it, but as it was happening, I was, processing it. For me, I looked at myself and I was like, yeah, I did have that thought yesterday, feeling like alone, like nobody to help me. And when I look at it, I'm like, that is such a lie from the
You gotta call it out.
Yeah, I have an abundance of support and help. I mean, what is that? So
that's how it becomes a weapon. You see, and it terrorized you yesterday until you took the plug out and plugged into your sisters. See, that thought became a weapon. The fear it took you on a downward spiral, and that's how you know it's being a weapon. Now you're being terrorized by one thought. Like Cherie was being terrorized by the thought of anger, right? It's terrorizing to you. It creates weapons of mass destruction. It's like war inside of you.
You just throwing out these words.
It's like a
weapon
war
of mass destruction upon myself. That is, I don't want to use any weapons of mass destructions on myself.
That's why you got to distinguish the weapon. You got to be like, that fear is a weapon. So I want you to say it out loud, sister. Fear is a weapon.
Fear is a weapon. And
that does not belong in me.
It do not belong in me. It do not belong in me. I don't have time to entertain it. I got stuff to do. People need me, and that's it. I can't, even if it, comes up, that's it. I'm done.
Fear is a weapon. Fear is a weapon. Fear is a weapon. Fear is a weapon. Worry is a weapon. It is a weapon that robs my creativity and my imagination. Worry is a weapon that robs my creativity and imagination. You do not belong to me.
That's right. It's gone.
Awesome.
A thief in the night.
Awesome. Exposed. And when it comes up,
the lights on. You just turned the lights on. That thief in the night that tried to rob me of what I have to do. It tried to rob me of my enthusiasm.
There you go.
And my belief in myself and what I have to offer to the world.
There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got to write that down. When you write something down, you bring it into reality. When it's just here, this is why I tell people to speak out loud. Write it down. Fear is a weapon. You do not belong to me. You rob my creativity and write it down so you can spot that weapon. Like, oh, there you go. There you go. You got a weapon. Not interested. Not today. You gotta distinguish the weapon.
Understood.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so John, where are we? We are at 8:26, 8:27. Is there anyone else who would like to share before we go?
There's a lot in the chat, Meika.
Oh, what's popping in the chat?
That is juicy, Meika. A lot of breakthroughs.
Awesome.
Well, also, I would love to hear from Althea. She said that she wrote a breakup letter to fear.
Awesome, as you should.
Yeah. So Althea, how did you go about doing that? What gave you that idea? And how do we do it?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Girl, you speaking jam. I feel like I'm in church. It's a wonderful impression today. So last year, I finished my yoga course. I'm a yoga instructor, and I felt moved. We're always encouraged to do an opening so we can practice how we open our session. And I felt moved to write a letter to fear because every time I try to go into a pose or do something, my body reacted in pain, and that fear would like close me up and not allow me to experience the joy of just movement. And I realized that that came from trauma upon all these extra noises that be in here. And I just wrote a letter. And I wrote it like I was breaking up with a bad boyfriend. Like it was over. I don't want you no more. Like I wrote about fear in a way of how much I needed it, how much it provided for me in that moment. How when I found myself in fearful situation, I held build walls or created ideas to help me survive. And I realized that I didn't need fear to survive anymore in my life because I had everything that I needed to survive. I was more aware of where I'm at, my surroundings, who I am. And so I wrote the fear. I can drop it in the Woo community, but I wrote it from a point of, I'm leaving you. We're breaking up. I no longer need you.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
for serving me when you did, for the time you did, but I am ready to move on. I'm ready to engage in love. I'm ready to engage in peace of mind. I'm ready to be accepting of whatever good may come my way and live in that space. So it was an emotional letter for me, and it made me realize that just acknowledging that I had that fear and how much I depended on that fear and how much walls I built to protect myself from whatever I saw as fear. People, myself, I saw myself as fear, being a Black beautiful woman as fear. That is not good. I mean, I see like fear.
That's so good. That's a great point.
Fear didn't bring me into this world. Love brought me into this world. I always tell myself I come from love. So why is it that fear has such a grip on me? And letting go of fear in itself is fear of not knowing, but just having the courage to do it for me give me so much strength. I felt like I took my life back. You know, I felt like I took back what it took from me. And I had to admit, breaking up with fear is not a one-time thing you do. You got to constantly do that.
Constantly break up.
You talk about that, asking your ex, you ate, you good. It come from a place of, you gonna miss the fear. You're gonna miss that blanket. You're gonna miss having something to protect you from what.
But that right there, what you just said out there is very important. You're gonna miss the fear because you've gotten comfortable being in that box with fear. You've gotten comfortable with being hidden from the world and being safe. What your fear has lied to you so much that you're safe with fear, right? And so you have to break up with the lies that you believe that fear told you.
Yes.
You know,
and so now it's me and fear again. I'm like, child, I ain't got time for you, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. What I need, you know, it's like I'm learning how to eliminate the fear. And like you said, unplugging from sources that make me fearful.
Right.
You know, like turning to people who you turn to when you fear and realizing like, man, you're not giving me that energy that I need right now. I'm about
to. And that's the word. Energy, electricity, like being charged, energy, electricity, being charged. Is this energizing me? Is this electrifying me? Am I being charged? Like I'm saying it over and over again so everybody can see, is this sourcing me? It is not. This thought, this person, this circumstance, this emotion is not sourcing me. It is part of my drama in my movie. Right? If there is a villain, there is a victim. If there is a villain, there is a victim. And so if you are even being villainized by, I don't know, anything, the weather, people are like, oh, the weather, right? It's like, now I'm a victim of the weather, right? It's like, even something as simple as that will keep you comfortable in a box. And so I want to say thank you for contributing to everybody here, your letter and what it took for you to step out of that box and letting everybody know that it's not a one-time fix. You are on a journey of emptying out fear, emptying it out, you know, just keep emptying it out of your heart, out of your mind, out of your cellular structure. It is a process. It's not like, boom, you wrote the letter and it's gone, right? It's like you took your life back and got responsible for the journey you declare that you're on versus fear taking you on your journey.
Yeah, because when fear hits, someone wrote crippling. I know what crippling, I don't even want to move.
Right.
Getting up in the morning, I don't even want to do it. Being real with myself, I don't even want to do it. And I will fight and I will be like, oh my God. Ah! And then I realize, like, girl, you in fear. Just let the fear flow and then breathe, let it go. And I start wherever I can.
You know those tour buses out there, like in the city, in New York City, the tour buses, and people are sitting outside.
Yeah,
and,
stop.
Right. Imagine fear being your tour guide.
You know? What a hot mess. It's a hot mess. It's a hot
right.
mess.
And then you get on that bus. This is the tour. This is the tour of fear. Okay. Come on, one and all. Come on. And fear is taking you on a tour, on a journey of fear. What's going to be on that journey? What are you going to see? What are you going to experience? You know, it's like being on that tour bus and allowing fear to guide your journey.
And you said Jesus take the wheel. Sometimes you gotta be Jesus in the situation and take your own wheel. Like, take your power. I'm learning to take my power back, to speak up in spaces that I would be quiet in, to allow myself to show and just shine in what I have to offer. Like, everything everyone said in this chat today resonated with me so deeply, because like, I just walked out on my job. I just started something new. And I won't lie to you, fear was like, I'm back. And I'm like, not today. We're not doing this today. I wake up, I say my prayer, and like you said, take the wheel on that bus. And even though fear can
get off the bus, get off the fear bus. Don't even take the wheel. Get off the bus.
Like, this is the last stop. Yes.
Awesome. This is my stop. My stop is love.
Yes.
This is my stop. My stop is love. I'm guided by love.
Yes.
Now, if love is guiding the bus, what kind of tour would you be on?
I'll be on a tour where I celebrate life more. I invite happiness, and I don't look at everything as a target. I look at it more like an invitation to show up without fear. So that's where I am looking at things right now. Like, that anger that lays there, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just replace that with some breathing, with some positive thinking. This is not me that's happening. That's them.
But let me tell you, Althea, even if you're having your emotions, you're a human being and you're going to have emotions. And this is not just for Althea, this is for everybody who's listening. You're going to have emotions, right? If you feel negative emotions coming up, it's not to push them down or to get rid of them. Give yourself a time limit to experience it. Ask yourself, how long do I want to be angry? If you ask yourself that question, you're going to hear yourself. Because it's going to sound crazy when you like, oh, I'll give myself 3 days. Right? You're like, that is going to sound like a sentence. But you notice how people could be angry for 3 days, 3 months, if you don't check it. Right? If you say to yourself, I'm giving myself 3 months to be angry about this, you will hear how it sounds like a sentence, like a jail term. But if you don't say out loud, okay, I'm disappointed. How Althea, how long are you going to be disappointed? I give myself a week to be disappointed. You'll feel whether that week is appropriate or whether that week feels like a jail sentence. So ask yourself out loud.
I actually want to attest to that. So I found myself falling into depression last year. I got a therapist on board because I'm like, I can't do this alone. I tried a lot of stuff, the yoga and the positive reinforcement, words of affirmation. And I'm like, well, there's something missing. And I've never sought a therapist before. So this is when I invited the thought, and I invited the thought before, but I always negated it. And this time I sat with myself and I was like, you owe it to yourself to actually try this. And I remember skipping a day. I was like, I don't want to do this, man, not today. Like, I made other things priority. And you know, he said to me, he's like, you're not committed to this. And I was infuriated. I was like, how dare you tell me that? I had the courage to actually hit you up and be present for like 3 weeks in 1 week, and I'm not committed. And I went off on him, and he said, I'll see you next week. And I was like, okay. And I appreciate that, because what he showed me was kindness, understanding, patience, and love. And I took that and I internalized that for myself. And I give myself 3 months. I left work. I said 3 months is it. 3 months came and the tears won't stop. The moods won't stop. Everything was just still too much. Give myself 6 months. I went back to work in 6 months and the tears won't stop, and it just continued and continued and continued. And then I stopped and I said, okay, Althea, girl, you have until your next birthday to get this shit together. You mean like you're going to start to reaching out like you never reached out before. You're going to start to be honest with yourself like you've never been honest before. And here I am today with my Woo family, rolling over from sleep, chatting it up, getting it in. Because at the end of the day, I have to take responsibility.
Absolutely.
And like get off that bus.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Althea. What an awesome share. Wonderful. That was so awesome. Thank you so much.
Everyone. I love you guys.
Yes.
You guys are family now.
Thank you.
You our family too, baby girl.
Wow, what a blowout session with everybody. We are at 8:39. And so what I want to leave everybody with is you have to call out your weapon. You have to see it as a weapon. You got to look at the thoughts and say, you are a weapon. You do not, do you charge me? You do not. You don't charge me up. There's no energy there. You do not electrify me. You are robbing me from my creativity, and you are robbing me from my imagination. And that's where I manifest from. And so I want to say thank you for everybody who shared. Althea, can you go on mute? Thank you. And I want to say thank you to everyone who has shared, who have, gave and participated with me. And we are going to close out. So John, if you could bring up the slides.
Yes, I'm working on that. I actually tried to bring it up a second ago and it stuck on me.
So
having a little bit difficult.
Here we go. So while you're working on that, I'll keep talking. So one, I have a special offer. Now I have been on Wake Up since we have started, and you guys know that I normally throw out 3 special offers, 2 all over the place. And so I noticed that when I give 2 and 3 and 4 participants to work with me or to join my classes, people are not taking the offer. People are actually not redeeming their offer. So I am only doing 1 participant receives a complimentary 45-minute coaching session with me, right? And so the number that I am choosing, we have 23 participants. I am choosing 17, the number 17. So John and Chantel, they'll work that out, what number that is, for who's going to win. And so when I start to see that people are actually using the gift that is given, then we will bring those numbers back up to 3, 4, and 5 free sessions with Miss Meika. But today we're doing 1 Woo participant receives a 45-minute complimentary session with me. And so I also wanted to share that on September 16th, that we are doing part 2 of the FAIR class. So that's going to be posted on my Facebook. I'm going to post it in Wake Up. So those who took the FAIR session, the first FAIR session, Part 1, we're doing part 2, September 16th. And that's to remove the fear out of our psyche and do exercises and more tools that you can use. So look forward to that. And fall is coming. So all the courses, I took the summer off, all the courses are coming right back to you. All right, like trust, clearing the fog, all of that good stuff. So look on, keep a lookout for that. Next slide. So here is my contact. You can screenshot that if you want to do one-on-one sessions with me, if you want to even create a class of your own where you have a community and you want me to come in and do that with you, you can communicate with me through, this is my contact information, my Facebook, my Instagram. I usually use Miss Meika more than I use the Crystal Raven. And then you have my email, which is meikaj74@gmail.com.
So Meika, for us to sign up for the fair session, that's on your website, you said?
No, so the fair session, Mega is going to, everybody who knows my admin, Mega is going to create the registration form, and that will be posted on my Facebook. It will be posted in all of the chats we have on WhatsApp. And so if you want to register, you can go to my Facebook, which is Meika Joseph, and you can register there.
Awesome. And Meika, do you mind dropping that in the group too, the Wake Up group, so we can access it?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Great.
Awesome. Yes. And so
Meika, before we go to your love offering, also I want to call the winner of your session.
Oh, absolutely, John.
Okay, awesome. So our winner, number 17 today, is Terry Ruffin.
Ah, Terry! Yes! Okay, wow. Terry, are you a yes?
That's what I'm talking about.
Awesome. Awesome. So Terry, you can contact me through phone or email, and then we can set up our session, okay?
For sure.
All right, awesome. So love offerings and donations. And so you can send donations to me. I always donate my love offerings to the admin team. You can go through Soul Leadership Development at gmail.com or Cash App Spirit of a Woman. My code is 395MJ. And listen, my thing is that when it comes to money, I love money. Money, the same way I personify fear, I personify money. Like that's one of my good friends. Okay. And so money is energy. And so when you start to receive the gift of somebody giving you juice or energy or anything like that, it's not about the amount as much as it is about the transference of energy. Right. So if you appreciate what you got today, you appreciate the admin and what they bring every day, then, you can bring your love offerings. That's how we look at it. Like your money is love, and it allows us to continue to produce these amazing, amazing outlets. So thank you. Thank you for all those who donate. And so on Sunday, not tomorrow, because we are in Thursday. Join us Sunday with Amari. I can't see his last name only because it's
Maynard.
There we go. Amari Maynard on Sunday, and look forward to that. I love when the men are on. And we could go next. And so
Awesome.
Don is going to take it from here.
Yes, thank you so much, Meika. So such a valuable session this morning, though. Wow is all I can say. I love all your references to all the fears that came up. And family, if you are joining us for the first time, if you're new to the Woo Nation, we welcome you. We welcome all you new members. Share in the chat if you're here on Zoom, if you're live with us on Facebook, put in the chat right now. Let us know that you're new to the community. Let the community shower you with love. The love that you feel resonating in our session this morning. The love is real. We welcome you. Come back, come back. You don't want to start your day without this type of love. I know I don't. I love you, family. And here is our schedule for joining us. You can join us on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursday for our 90-minute session from 7 a.m. to 8:30-ish a.m. Sometimes we do go over like we did today. And we have shorter days, Monday and Wednesdays. That's a 30-minute session from 7 to 7:30 a.m. And we always streaming live on Facebook. And if you forget those sessions, the one that tend to forget and need a reminder, you can get Woo alerts. Just text Woo Nation to 7421. Let me repeat that number, 74121. Again, text Woo Nation to 74121 and get those alerts. You don't want to miss these wonderful, juicy morning sessions we have here for you on Woo. And talk about juicy. Woo swag, everybody. Woo Nation have swag. Get your swag at bit.ly/Woo swag. We're always adding new items. We're accepting new ideas. What would you like to see your Woo logo? How do you want to represent Woo as you go in the streets? Woo swag in the streets, everybody. Face masks, sweatshirts, mugs, t-shirts, and water bottles, and more items coming soon. And we look forward to your suggestions here at Woo. So thank you so very much for being with us this morning. We want you to stay in touch, and these are several options you can choose to do so. You can register bit.ly/Wake Up Movement, or you can join our Facebook community. We have our page where you can get access to these videos, but in our community, it's a little bit more personal. And that you can do at bit.ly/Woo Community. Instagram, at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. And on YouTube, bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. And you can email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. And in emailing us, we would like to hear from you. Who out there would like to put their talents and abilities to good use? Right here with us, the admin team on Woo. We prepare, there's so much to do here in the admin section of Woo to present these wonderful and juicy, informative, life-transforming sessions to you. There, we have the slide team who put these wonderful closing slides together. There's the onboarding team, and every other person that you go through before you get this information coming to you. There's so many checkpoints and support. You may not know what your talents are, but when you come here, I'm sure you will find them. Once you move fear and get off that bus, you ride in taking a tour with fear. Get off that bus and join us here in the background of Woo and develop those. This is the love stop, everybody. Love starts here, and it starts with you. So if you'd like to volunteer, send us an email, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. Thank you so very much for being with us this morning. Now I'm going to stop the screen share and allow you to shower Miss Meika with love.
Hey, Miss Meika.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
Session for bringing your
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Meika. Needed this morning. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your bright.
Good work, Meika.
Thank
Good
for
work
no
every time.
traffic in my lane.
I am divine. We are divine.
Thank you so much.
Your mind.
Thank you for sharing.
Lord, have a blessed day.
Here has no we need you. Thank you. Our divinity.
I am woman here.
You are rock today.
Pour into us, sis.
Yes. Let's walk in our
Got the blessing for
divinity family.
today.
You're blessed to hear your voice
Much
today.
success today, sister.
Juice for
Saraya.
today.
Love you,
I'm
love you,
about
love
to
you.
use
She's
it.
We are
beautiful.
divine. We are
Love
divine.
you, beautiful.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hope
And
you
how
know
all
that.
the time
And you
looking
wear
so
your
beautiful
pink and
for us
red.
early in the morning.
That's right. Yes. Rock that pink. I
How
love
you
pink
get to
and
be
red
so
too. Mika.
cute
It's
in the morning?
beautiful.
This is what I'm trying to understand.
Love
Who
you.
is this pretty at 7 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Always, always.
Up to do
Mika,
this.
Mika, you rocking early in the morning. I want to play
Them
with you.
earrings though.
Oh, these are Bobby Roses. Yes.
Love them.
Love you, family. Love you, John. Love you, Chantel. All the admin team, y'all were awesome. Love y'all.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
Love y'all. Love y'all.
Love you
Love y'all,
too.
babies.
Love you, family.
Peace and
Have
blessings,
a
my
beautiful
family. I
day.
love y'all. We are divine. We are divine.
Amen. Ashe. I hope.
Are divine.
Thank you, Meika. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
It is my pleasure. It's my honor.
Everybody have a fabulous day.
Woo!
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I love
Have
y'all.
a good day, everyone.
Y'all
Bye,
is my
everyone.
family.
Love you, love you, love you.
Later, family. Love y'all.
Love you back.